Hi guys, it's Roger here from rrfit.com. Thanks for coming and visiting your Leaner Body Challenge program here. Hopefully you can bear with me for the next 5 minutes while I explain to you a bit about the big problem I see in today's fitness programs and nutrition programs. And just wondering to know if it's your problem, if you find yourself with these challenges, and hopefully we can come up with a bit of a solution for you in the next few minutes if you decide to take action. So, I just want to talk a little bit about 6 incredibly stupid mistakes, and this is over my time and experience. I just want to say I've lost 35 kilos, so that was 12 years ago, or even longer than I can now think about it. But regardless, I've been able to keep it off. And that's through a lot of trial and error, and through a lot of observations of other people and seeing with my own body and things like that. So I've come up with what I believe is 6 incredibly stupid mistakes people go into in any fitness program. And let's just see if you can relate to this. Overcomplicate the basics. I see so many people ask so many questions about the next couple of things that we're going to talk about. All right, but understand that most people just need to stick to the basics when it comes to eating, when it comes to nutrition. All right, nutrition is a really important thing. When it's 80% of the game. Some would say more. When it comes to getting your health and fitness goals, but people really do like to overcomplicate it, and that's because there's a lot of programs out there, there's a lot of diets out there, there's a lot of healthy nutrition plans, and don't get me, I've been part of heaps of them before, and trial and error in my own body. But you know what? When I made my nutrition plan simple, it was easier to stick to. Okay. Now, I am an advocate of certain ways to eat your certain macronutrients and things like that. But at the end of the day, if you're just beginning or you're stuck, you're in a plateau or something like that, you really need to get back to the basics and make your life easier. So stop overanalyzing eating. And start doing getting back to the basic when it comes to healthy eating. Sticking to one ingredient foods, or just sticking to one plan. Okay, sticking to one plan. All right. So don't overanalyze eating or nutrition. It's a crucial mistake. The next incredibly stupid mistake is overdoing exercise. So you see people hours on end in the gym, but then their eating doesn't match their gym. So they overcomplicate exercise. They're looking at the next training plan or the next best thing, but they can't stick to one simple plan for 4 to 6 weeks. And that's what the problem is. They're always jumping from one thing to the other, or they're going into the gym with no plan or with no program, which is even worse, and they just end up doing classes, and then that doesn't match their eating, or they have no nutrition plan there. So they're just overcomplicating the basics, and it's simply going back to the basic of having a good solid program and having a good solid nutrition plan, and it is really basic. So the other really incredibly stupid mistake I see people that don't have is obviously not have goals. It's fine. So most people have a goal of losing weight or gaining muscle, whatever it is. So it needs to be a specific goal. But the other problem is they don't track. They don't track. They don't analyze themselves every 4 weeks and see if they're actually getting close to that goal. They just look at themselves in the mirror every day and hope for the best. So not tracking is an incredibly stupid mistake if you're about to start or in a plateau in your fitness program. The next thing that is no program for mindset. A lot of a lot of gyms don't allow you to work with your mindset, or trainers for that matter, coaches don't really have a bit of an angle in terms of mindset. So not being able to work with your mindset is an incredibly stupid mistake if you're not going in there being able to work on that, because it really is 100%. If you haven't got your mindset right, then forget about the basics of exercise and eating. All right. So the other thing is not seeking support, accountability from whether it's a group or whether it's a trainer or a coach. People think they can do it on their own. It's very rare that I've seen extraordinary results happen on their own. In the experience that I've had in gyms and things like that. I'm not saying that you can't do it, but like I said, it's a very rare case. And of course, this leads to, in the end, a bad attitude towards training, nutrition. And I see people go up and down on a roller coaster, and they go on the next diet, the next plan, they try this and they try that. Let's just put it this way: if you don't master these if you don't master these mistakes and turn them into solutions, it's gonna turn into a bad attitude, and you are gonna go on a roller coaster ride, and it's gonna equal terrible results over time. So, I want to know if this is you, basically. And of course, the solution is, we have the solution on this page. Alright, the solution is, I want you to, let's say you're just starting this fitness journey, or or you're at a plateau. I want you to understand that in this program, we're going to teach you exactly how to set goals, how to track and include, including your weigh-ins, measure up, and photos. Okay. We talked about, keeping it simple when it comes to your program. Well, guess what? I'm going to give you a Keep It Simple Smarter, which we know as KISS. Keep It Simple Smarter, do it yourself, home program, holiday program, and gym resistance program, including cardio, mobility, and stretching plans. So there's no excuses wherever you are. And I'll tell you what, these are some of the simplest programs and plans. I guarantee if you stick to them for the next 4 to 6 weeks, you will get amazing results. But just stick to them. Okay, that's all I say. And if you have a trainer, that's fine, even better, because you can see your trainer on certain days. And if you need to do, a resistance training on an odd day, then you've got the plan there. Just stick to it. Just use it and see what happens. All right, I guarantee you're going to get amazing results. Okay. By the way, there is different levels there as well. There's beginner, intermediate, and advanced plans there as well. All right. They are 6-week plans, which can be repeated, by the way. So, keeping it simple in the nutrition plan. There's a healthy recipes links in there, which shows you amazing recipes. But more so is, I want to keep your nutrition plan really, really simple, because the more complicated I've made things for people, the harder it is for them to stick to it. So what I've learned is, having a nutrition plan which is really simple. Knowing you're going to probably have to eat about 5 to 6 times a day, I want to keep it really simple for you. So I'm going to give you a nutrition plan which you can actually stick to for life. All right, to help restore your body and get leaner faster. The next problem we talked about is the people not working on their mindsets. Okay, I'm going to give you a 6-week mindset course, which if you just master these basics in mindset, I guarantee you are going to be working on the biggest asset that you've got, which are your minds, and it's going to help your exercise and eating and getting your goals a lot more, and you're going to get your goals a lot sooner. All right. And of course, you're going to get unlimited phone, Facebook, and email support from our team. Your trainer or coach or whoever referred you to this program. It's in their best interest to make sure you get your results and get your goals. So make sure you make the most of our supports, because we'll be there for you. We won't give up on you unless you give up on yourself. All right. So understand that. All right. So. There's the solution, and you know what? I'm also going to give you, in this program, what we're going to include. If you are an action, we love action takers. We like people that actually do things on impulse. Don't overanalyze, like I said. That's, the first incredibly stupid mistake is people overanalyze. Alright? So, the action taker bonus we're going to give you is one initial consultation for goal setting and body composition with one of our trainers or coaches. Alright? And you're also going to get a chance to get a body composition analysis there. Plus, they're going to give you access to 2 personal training sessions, so you can understand what training you really need, based on the program that's here. Okay, so look, that's at a value of around $120, just that, and you're going to get it at an absolutely stupid price, which you'll see down the bottom if you scroll down. All right. So not only that, but look, if you're seriously unhappy with what you're giving you now, we are more than happy to give you 100% your money back. No questions asked, because at the end of the day, if you're not going to get results from this program, I doubt you're going to get results from any program, to be honest. And that's just giving you the raw truth. So, if you're not happy with it, we'll give you all your money back from the program, and you can keep the resources, access to the resources. Okay, can't make it much simpler than that. Start taking action. And it all really starts with a click. So have a read of the page, scroll down below. Look, invest in yourself, because it is an investment in yourself. All right. Once you do, click the add to cart button. Expect a call. All right, from one of our trainers or coaches, and start today. And you can get instant access to all those resources that are actually told you about. All right. So yeah. That's it for now, guys. Cheers and ciao for now.